Hi, welcome back to Dispatches from Shed Quarters. I am Mike.
I'm Jason.
How's it going, buddy?
Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all.
Oh, by the way, tonight, Seagram's 83.
Seagram's 83.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 You're reaching over top of my laptop.
Oh, let's not risk it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Heals the soul.
Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Sure does.
How you been?
You know.
No, not really.
Well, it's just been one calamity after another.
Your dad's still doing okay?
Dad's doing okay. He said he just had his second cataract surgery.
Yep.
And that went well.
Good.
But the problem with that is he has the flu.
Oh, no.
So he went into his surgery. I think it was like day 1 or day 2 of the flu that he had.
Oh, geez.
So
I'm surprised they would even do it if he was under the weather like that.
I don't know if he knew how bad he thought it was just kind of like sniffles or something like that. So, like, okay, a little backstory. For anybody who's just tuning in, my dad had throat cancer and he had to have a laryngectomy. So basically they removed his voice box. They put a hole in his neck. That's how he breathes from now on. So he cannot speak, but he breathes through a hole in his neck. Now, when he went in for his first cataract surgery, so they only do one eye at a time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you don't need to be blind completely.
Exactly, yeah. So when they went in, they were talking to him. They said, oh, yeah, we're going to lay it back, and there's going to be water and stuff like this. And Dad started to freak the fuck out because water in that hole is like drowning.
Yeah.
That's instantly drowning. So when the doctor goes, oh, yeah, there's going to be water, we're going to lay it back down, Dad's going, whoa, time the fuck out. What's going on? And my brother was there, and he's going like, no, you can't do that. Well, come to find out, one of the nurses that assists the eye doctor is a former ER nurse.
Okay.
So she knew exactly what was going on with my dad.
Okay.
And she knew exactly what to say to bring everybody down. So she goes, he's not going to be lying flat. He's going to be kind of at an angle. We're going to have a apron or bib or something that will protect his neck. There will be
some sort of shield.
Yeah, there will be no water getting anywhere near his stoma. And we're going, okay, carry on. But he said we
need to build a dam.
Oh, they did. And it's just like, when I heard all this going down, I was like, this is stress we really don't need when it comes to Dad and his health and everything else. So
Are you picturing him waterboarding him or something?
That's what I think that's what my dad thought. He said, they're going to lie me down and put my head in a bucket of water. Fuck that. So it was kind of a touch and go kind of situation, but they got everything sorted out. So he had his right eye done first at the 1st of October.
Yeah, it was only a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. And then he had his second eye done on the 22nd. So and by the time he went in for the surgery on his second eye, his first surgery has completely healed.
Nice.
So
3 weeks?
Yeah. They were going to take his license away from him because his cataracts were getting bad. And I'm thinking to myself, no, we will do whatever. We'll get a fucking CNI dog, put it on the hood of his fucking car. You can drive that way because there's no goddamn way they're going to take his license away from him.
Drive, Rover, drive.
Oh my God. To take his mobility away from him all of a sudden, it would have been a fucking disaster.
A lot of I've seen that sort of thing before.
Yeah.
It's never easy. A lot of people, usually older and whatnot, feel like that's their last sense of independence.
Yes, absolutely.
So-
Like he said, if you can drive, you can go wherever you want, whenever you want.
Yep.
And taking that away from somebody, I get that. If a person's eyesight is that bad, yes, you have to keep everybody safe. The roads need to be safe. There's enough fucking lunatics on the road that have perfect vision already. You don't need to start adding seniors with shitty eyesight to the mix.
Many moons ago, when I worked at Home Hardware, the owners, one of the owners, it's a couple. Her dad, who was the original owner of the Home Hardware I worked at, he had gotten into 5 accidents in a less than 2-year period.
Oh shit!
And every time he was up there in age,
yeah.
Every time they would like test him to possibly take his license away, he would pass with flying colors. But his insurance was through the roof. It got to the point where she was just trying to take his keys away. He went and had extra sets made.
Yeah.
And it just...
he worked at Home Hardware. He cut himself a set of keys whenever he felt like it. So he probably had like 3 dozen keys stashed all over the place.
He kept misplacing them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like he would not quit.
No. Yeah. But he said, the old man, he said I went over, I saw him the day of his surgery. That was just the cat taking off. What do you think it was? Ghost?
I don't know. I'm just hearing jingles.
Pitter patters of. Yeah, tis the season.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
When you say tis the season, go to the next season over, and let's not go there.
Nope. That's not
the
season.
It's a great
not
name
the
being
season
shared on Facebook that says, when I see decorations up before Halloween and it's somebody pouring pepper sauce in their eyes. That would be me.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's me too. I went to Michael's the other day. I was looking for something. I think it was like those white masks to like you can draw on them kind of thing. Nothing in the store. They had one center like bunker thing of Halloween stuff. It's all Christmas throughout that store now.
God.
And I'm just like, motherfuckers. It's
Oh, they got that shit up at Walmart already.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Like you said, they can't even wait for Remembrance Day to get done.
Oh, anybody who starts putting up their Christmas decorations before Remembrance Day deserves to get slapped.
Yes. Well, I was going to go a little more violent and say flogged than keel hauled, but it's just... It's just one of those, like, Marketing. It is. And then there's some people out there, oh, I'm so glad and happy. Like somebody I saw it on Facebook. They said, oh, we're into single-digit Mondays until Christmas. And
I've been seeing that shit for a month already.
Like, fuck off.
One person on my Facebook is counting down. I'm thinking about removing them.
Yeah. They said, I was talking to Sean today, and we were talking about a couple things, and he goes, it's time for the unfollowing. And like an event, like it was quoted with capital letters and stuff like that. So I'm going like, oh, the unfollowing might be in store here. So
Facebook purge.
The purge. I call it the call.
The call.
It's just sometimes you just got to go in there and start shooting stuff right between the eyes.
Yep.
I said that herd is just a little unwieldy, so you got to start taking out motherfuckers.
Yep. It's back to your dad. And
Dad's doing good. And he said I talked to him. Well, I said I saw him the day after his surgery, and I said he was feeling sick. He's got the flu, and then he just went through an eye surgery. So when I saw him, he was wrapped up in a blanket watching baseball. I go, "How you doing?" He goes, "I'm fine." Like, oh, you look great. I go, "Have you eaten yet today?" He goes, oh, maybe not.
What day is it?
Son of a... What do you want to eat? So I ended up making him like a pot pie or something like that. Then I get a text from my brother later in the night. He goes, yeah, Dad threw up your pot pie that you made for him. I'm like, oh, well.
Oh, yeah, the flu. No, you got to stick this to liquids, man.
Yeah, so he was... a little bit of a problem with the vomiting because of the flu. But he said I talked to him today, I asked him how he's doing. He goes, "Oh, I managed to keep breakfast down." I went, "That's a step in the right direction, right
absolutely.
there." So,
as long as it's staying down.
it was just one of those days, man.
Just one of those days.
Just one of those days. Not in a Limp Bizkit shitty fucking prog rock new metal way, but
I like Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff. That's the song. That's my go-to.
That's your go-to?
when I'm in a really foul mood.
You want to know what my go-to song is?
Sure.
It is either Nero Forte or All Out Life by Slipknot.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Slipknot, so I don't know those tunes.
How are we friends? Oh, that's another show that you're on. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I've never really listened to Slipknot, so
You might.
again, I'm not too much into hard stuff. So,
Oh, it's not bad.
Well, I'm getting there.
It's mostly ballads.
sure it is. Why do I not believe you?
Probably shouldn't. Yeah, Dad's good. I did hear from our buddy John.
Oh yeah.
That's not so good.
Oh no.
No, he had a herniated disc,
Oh, okay.
and he just had surgery on it, and they fixed the herniated disc. But
What they find in there?
what they found in there was blood vessels strangling nerves.
Oh.
So his right leg or foot is numb and he can't walk right now.
Jeez.
So I asked him, is this going to sort itself out? He goes, I hope so. So you know John, and you said how
he's been through the ringer since he went off.
Yes, he has.
With lung issues, and
Yeah.
didn't he have something with his eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like wow.
So he's on the mend right now. So it was one of those things, and I said my aunt passed away as well.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was super, one of those super sudden things. She was my uncle had died, and we were having an interment ceremony at a family plot, and my aunt, she was there, but she was looking kind of tired. I thought maybe she was like ill or sick or something like that. Well, little did we know, and little did they know, she had a whole bunch of cancer.
Oh jeez.
So it was just like one of those things. It's like, God damn it.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer indeed. It's nonstop, it seems like. And I said, my heart goes out to my uncle and my cousins, and everything is just like this. Like 2019 can fuck right off. It has been, I can honestly say, the worst year I've ever lived through. And I know, I said, I was talking to my friend Stephanie from the World of Myth Bits, and she goes, you got to find a little something in there, something that, like your silver lining. I go, and I went, how do you find something like that in and amongst all of this stuff going around? And then I sat there and I go, the selfish part of me goes, it's not happening to me. It's happening to the people around me. And I'm just going like, that is a fucking shitty way to think about how all this is going down. But how do I get through this stuff by other than thinking like, yep, it's not me. Knock on wood, not me.
Yeah, well, you just got, all you can do is the cliches, take it one day at a time. Find what makes you happy. Find what can put a smile on your face wherever you can. Hopefully, us getting together. Cheers. Hopefully that helps for a few minutes.
It doesn't hurt, except for when it goes up the nose a little bit.
Here, let me give you a little something.
Uh-oh.
Since you got your tape recorder, I spotted this and I thought of you.
Oh my God.
That is a George Carlin cassette.
Oh, look at that. George.
Yeah, I saw that in the case at Value Village, and I'm like, I got to get that.
No way.
Yep.
George Carlin, parental advisory, explicit lyrics. That's the name.
The whole cover is just the parental advisory logo.
Oh. Side 1, offensive language. I ain't afraid of cancer. Some people are stupid. Rape can be funny. Rape can be funny. Feminist blowjob. Good ideas. Things you never see.
In other words, that entire cassette would offend just about everyone out there today.
Like, things you don't want to hear, don't want to hear. Side 2, life's little moments. I love my dog. Organ donor programs. Don't pull the plug on me. I know that. Remember, that's a good one. They're only words, euphemisms. I am going to listen to the fuck out of this tape. Wow.
I thought you might like it.
I fucking love this thing. All right. I'll put right there. There. Awesome. Thank you, brother.
You're very welcome. You have a tape recorder. I don't.
I do. Oh, that's okay. One of the things that I remember you were talking about, you had the...
I've got to find that box. I haven't had a chance to look for it yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find that box that has a bunch. If I can find any of those treasures.
We're going to have a listening party here.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow, look at me being all fucking mood swingy. All it takes is a fucking vintage George Carlin cassette.
I know we some people don't like when we go down this road, but I want to talk a little bit of wrestling.
It's my show. It's our show.
I know, but
we can. Okay, the one person that I thought about it was Stephanie.
Okay.
And she goes, I don't know much about wrestling. Okay. And she goes, I don't mind if you guys talk about wrestling. I'm going like, good, because it's my fucking show. I can do whatever the fuck I want on it. And she goes, but because we're talking on it so much, she's kind of getting into it. So we're talking about wrestling.
We're sucking somebody in. Got it. So I finally decided to check out NWA Powerrr.
And?
I fucking love that show.
Isn't that awesome?
It's so vintage looking.
Yes.
You know what it tells me? They saw what the WWE did with that whole Southpaw wrestling thing and said, hey, let's do this for real.
Yep.
But they don't have the cheese. They don't need the cheese.
They don't need the cheese.
It's just wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, NWA wrestling.
But with the classic vintage studio wrestling look.
But do you know what would make that show even more perfect?
What?
Old analog cameras.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have quite the video quality.
No, but
I like the clear video quality. I get what you're saying, and you're there is some points in that favor. Sure,
if they want to go completely throwback. And it's not considered a throwback. This is a new...
Retro is in.
Yeah. And
nostalgia plays big time. That's why NWA is always... That's the nostalgia territory. That's like... Because the history.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm getting to see a lot of faces that either A, I haven't seen for a while because they're not in any major promotion, or B, I've never heard of, but hey, that guy's interesting.
Yep.
Like that very first night, that Tim Storm.
Yes.
Interesting dude.
Yes.
Interesting story there. Good story for his match and that whole stipulation. I'm anxious to see where it goes. Now, I'm only into episode 2. I'm like halfway through episode 2, so I don't know where that plays. But I'm really, really digging it.
He's an NWA champion.
Yeah.
His name goes on the list with Ric Flair, Lou Thez, Dusty Rhodes. Anybody that's had that NWA heavyweight championship, Tim Storm's name is on that list.
And from what I could see, it's deservedly so.
He's a fantastic babyface. His persona, I guess, for lack of a better term, is the grizzled veteran babyface. Mm-hmm. And he is so good. And
Nick Aldis, phenomenal shape.
He's in great shape for a dude that's
built
50.
like a truck.
Yeah, he's. I think they said he's 50 or almost.
Yeah,
50
he's over 50. He's in his early 50s. They said.
So like the dude's in phenomenal shape, and
now say what you will outside of that show, Jim Cornette is a good pick for commentary.
Yes,
because he's like he knows the history of the NWA. There's not too many guys out there who can go that distance with him.
Yeah.
So,
but this is in Cornette's wheelhouse.
Yes.
This retro throwback style,
old school, yeah,
old school studio show, and the wrestling is right where Cornette wants it. It's not ridiculous flips. It's not AEW.
No.
And this is the stuff that Cornette has espoused, that guys can do this style, that NWA style, into their 50s. Mm-hmm. And you're not gonna break a neck. You're not gonna shorten your career unnecessarily. You're not going to get grievously injured.
No.
Unless there's like just some sort of freak accident. But I looked at that and I went, this is the promotion I want to be in.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Makes me want to take a drive down to Atlanta sometime.
12 hours is what Kid Copeland told me.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
I've driven through Atlanta a few times going to Florida, so I know it's not that far by any stretch. That'd be a fun weekend if that sort of thing.
The next tapings was supposed to be December 14th.
I think something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know we talked about, like, Tim has talked about it and taking that trip down, and I'm so like, I'm in. We should try to.
I know I can't do it for December. Like
Yeah,
that's a next summer type of thing for me at this
at
point.
least I know they're going to be around. They're only going to get better, and they're only going to get. What was it? Dave Lagana is one of the guys that's involved in NWA Powerrr.
Where do I know that name?
He's an old WWE writer.
Okay.
So he's involved with that. And he goes, NWA Powerrr is going to be self-sufficient on YouTube within a month, 2 months, with ads and stuff like that. And I had this conversation, who was I having this conversation with about NWA? And they were talking about, well, they don't have TV. I'm going, they don't need TV. What do you mean they don't need TV? They got YouTube.
Yep.
It's a fucking global.
That is TV now.
That is TV. That's a global reach.
Streaming, anything streaming, that is TV.
YouTube and Twitch is
As long as you get the word out, people will find it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they said it. They said it on that show. I think Cornette might have even said it. Meltzer said, wrestling fan. No, it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't there. But they said wrestling fans didn't go away. They just stopped watching.
Yeah.
And now they've got more to watch. They were tired of what Vince was throwing at them.
Yep.
Impact wasn't drawing them.
No.
New Japan still getting their foothold, although they got a big foothold coming to the U.S.
Yeah,
now.
you did read that news too.
Oh, yes, I did. And AEW just started up.
Yep.
Now NWA's out there.
Yep.
Other small promotions, they're online too.
Ring of Honor still has
Ring
a TV
of Honor
deal.
still. How can I forget Ring of Honor?
Well, because Ring of Honor's been pretty forgettable lately. So
Yeah, not hearing as much of the big news from there anymore.
the big news, they're probably going to lose. They're probably their biggest draw coming up very soon.
Who would that be?
Marty Scurll's contract is up in November.
Oh yeah, right. And
So-
you think he's the top draw?
He's right up there.
I've also started watching villain TV, so the whole thing with flipping the steak. Who orders a steak medium well? Well, the people didn't like it. You're fired, Flip.
Yeah. So did you see the last one where Marty was standing in front of the Cracker Barrel rocking chairs?
Yes.
I got a great chuckle out of that. I'm just going to
I like how he was it the first episode he was talking with that. Well, who's that big guy that he's talking to who doesn't speak on the show except when they're in the car? Oh, Brody. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I had these friends and, they went off and started their own promotion, but they're all dead now. Yeah. I love that whole, they're dead to me thing.
Yeah.
Will he jump ship though?
Fuck yeah.
You think so?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. If he's getting what he feels is right for his career in Ring of Honor, because he might feel like he might get washed out in AEW right now.
Do you remember the popularity of Marty Scurll during the BTEs that he was on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's not going to stop if he jumps over to AEW.
Well, it's not the popularity I'm concerned about. It's that the talent pool and whatnot, would he get lost?
Oh, lost in the shuffle?
Yeah. Although, the obvious choice, if he does, is for him to come over and immediately heel against his former friends for leaving him behind.
Yeah.
That's the obvious storyline. That
if he joins the inner circle.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah. So that could be the in for Marty right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that'd be a huge coup.
Yep.
But, yeah. Well, we'll find out probably next month.
Yeah. Soon. That'll happen
I
soon.
did see that was it on Villain TV where Nick Aldis came in and said, "So, are you re-signing in your contract?" He actually asked them that.
No, it's interesting to see how things have opened up for a performer nowadays. There's so many options for guys who that are like established in the biz and have a little traction on social media. So you can take your fans with you to wherever you want to go.
Yeah, the internet, say what you want about the internet, good, bad. For the wrestling business, the internet has been hugely helpful. We're seeing a massive resurgence of wrestling now.
Yeah.
And as a long-time wrestling fan, even though I've been in and out over the years, I've always still had something in my heart for it. This is the best time to be alive for a wrestling fan right now, for this current year, for this current age, because there's so many options, so many different ways to see and follow the guys you like. You get to see them doing different things in different places.
Yeah.
So, I'm loving all of this.
I just have to direct you back to the Attitude Era.
Okay.
In WCW. Monday Night Wars. There was 10 to 12 million people would be watching wrestling on Monday nights.
And I was a part of that.
That is the golden age of wrestling.
I think we're seeing a new golden age, dude.
The numbers don't.
Yeah,
the
but
numbers
in this
don't.
day and age, it's hard. You're never going to see those numbers again. You'll never see those numbers again. Never.
No,
There's
not to a single promotion. Like
no,
not two big giant promotions.
But you have a lot of besides the promotions that we've already listed. There's a lot of smaller promotions out there that are thriving because of the internet, and their talent pools are starting to get moved and signed with other bigger ones. And so it's it's just a great time to be a wrestling fan.
I would call it it's a buyer's market. That's as talent, as consider myself talent.
Sure.
I could see like buying into a promotion for a little bit. It's the money has to be there, and the money is there now. How long is it going to last? Is it
a bubble?
It is a bubble. It's always a bubble. You just don't know when that bubble's going to burst, and then you just gotta get in
right till the wheels fall off.
No, absolutely. You try to make as much cash as you can and keep it, like save it, and then eventually, like I said, the business is cyclical.
I'm loving the options out there. I'm loving a lot of this new talent that I'm not seeing now. Thanks to NWA Powerrr, seeing a few guys hadn't seen for a while.
Yep.
Mr. Anderson, I was always a fan. I liked him. And then the formerly known as Damian Sandow, popped up there.
I said I watched the show yesterday live or whenever.
Right,
it aired
that's
yesterday.
episode 3. Yeah, I'm still in episode 2.
So when Aaron Stevens popped up, I went, "Hey, I know that guy."
See, I didn't know his real name, so they called his name, and then he come out and okay,
I know that dude.
Yeah, and he said he was away for a couple years, and
so he got cut, and then he floundered. He ended up in Impact for a little bit, and then
he said he was also maybe trying his hand in Hollywood. So I don't know if he's done anything there, but
no,
not
well. When you see this next episode, he has a movie trailer that he...
Oh my God, is he starting to pull a Toriyanu? He's going to come out with his DVD.
It would only make sense to do.
You're going to steal from the best.
Exactly. But the NWA Powerrr, phenomenal TV. AEW Dynamite, really good TV.
It's the you're getting so many different styles.
Yes,
like you said, NWA. It's less high flying, less impactful in that way. So that suits one type of wrestling need. Then you watch All Elite, and you're going to get a lot of crazy shit.
Yep.
Then you watch WWE and get really pissed off because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I can't get over that fucking Nakamura Reign shit. I can't get over it.
It's and the worst part about that, like I said, I don't have any skin in this game, but Nakamura is happy where he's at.
And good for him.
It will lengthen his career by several more years because working strong style in Japan, he said, if you're not 100% committed to it, you're going to get smashed. So I think he had done enough. He had done MMA as well. So he probably had stuff that was hurting. So he can go to WWE and be more theatrical and have an easier match style. But he can still do the Nakamura signature stuff. Yeah. But it's not as impactful as New Japan was.
No, absolutely not.
No, so I think the way the commentators buried him when he kicked out, like he didn't get fucking lucky. Come on now. You can't. Jerry the King Lawler put it succinctly. He goes, whatever you did up until you got into the WWE doesn't exist once you are in the WWE. They might hint at it like during the commentary, but none of it matters. None of it matters at all. So they are just going to carry on like it's a fresh first time stuff that they're seeing. We know the history. Everybody else that's a wrestling fan knows the history, but you're not going to get that history involved. Like WWE does not care about what you did before. As far as they're concerned, it didn't happen.
Yeah, if they don't own it, they're not going to talk about it.
Exactly. They're not going to put money in somebody else's pocket by talking about their product.
Oh, God. AEW Dynamite, Jericho's promo revealing the name of the Inner Circle and all that, when he talked about Hager and the We the People, and that gimmick was stupid. Like, oh my God,
bad creative. It was, I know, but that's Jericho talking on the fly. Nobody wrote that shit for him.
He doesn't need anybody to write it.
Like I said, well, nobody's writing any of their promos. No, this is forcing guys to get good at promos again, and you're going to start seeing like Pac did a was it AEW Dark show? They did an interview with Pac after the last show. He's coming back. He's covered in blood, and he cuts an incredible promo.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Is it like
the only thing I've seen from Dark? I've been catching little things here and there. Is the little Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah,
that kid, the kid who was dressed exactly like him, and Cody laid down for him.
It's crazy.
And MJF was like, "No, don't do it." And then they asked, "Does this count against your record?" And the crowd starts chanting, "Yes, yes, yes." And Cody says, "All right, get this kid a ticket to Baltimore. He's facing Jericho."
Nice. I didn't see that.
It was cute.
Oh, good.
But the kid looked spot on to Orange Cassidy. Like.
Shooter hates Cassidy. Just can't stand it.
I think he's the future of the business. I'm not.
No,
oh, to be able to work slow-mo like that is just amazing.
Wrong, my friend. It is.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah. Okay.
This is like was it the Dogma Crush Groove? Oh, the Crush Groove argument. Time will tell on that.
No, it's
Whose
not
house?
not gonna last. Not gonna last. It has its spot. It's a comedy bit, and it's not gonna last. It won't last. There's no way it can last.
Till he's the AEW champion.
No, probably. I don't see that.
I want to see it though.
I know what you want to see,
but they give the fans what they want in AEW.
That can turn around and bite him in the ass in a big bad way, like Orange Cassidy as a heavyweight champion.
Never say never.
I just don't see Jericho.
Ladies and gentlemen, your freshly squeezed heavyweight champion.
Nope. I just don't see that. I don't.
Okay, when it happens, I will immediately be texting you if we're not already together. Told ya.
You? All right. I said I'll take that text.
So I had to go down that road because I'll admit I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what to expect going in, honestly. I know they have some pretty good talent. Nick Aldis, he's amazing talent.
Just the look and his ability and like him walking out for promos in his suits, it's like, okay, he's trying to make you think of Ric Flair in his heyday.
That's exactly what I was getting from that.
You have your heavyweight champion. He is the man. He is the man. You have your champion dress and act and walk and talk and
like a champion.
Walk. Yeah, this is the guy. Like everybody else underneath is fighting to get a shot at that guy. And this guy is the best. And he gets paid to be the best. And he displays the fact that he gets paid to be the best. He earns that money. And you just look at him. There was a thing on YouTube I stumbled across. It was like 2 hours of Ric Flair promos. And it was gold. Every second of it. It's Ric Flair going, I'm the champ. Look at me. This is my $50,000 gold Rolex watch. Here's my $10,000 shoes. These shoes are worth more in your house, buddy. Shut up. That kind of thing. It's just like the champion is making champion money, and he's not hiding it, and it's fantastic. And like if you want that champion money, you got to beat that guy. It ain't so easy to beat that guy.
No, he's not.
Because he's the best for a reason. Yep. So I love what they're doing with Aldis. Aldis, he's got the ball and he's running the fuck down the field and he's just stiff arming everybody out of the way. It's fantastic to watch.
Yeah, I've seen a few of his matches now, and I really, really like. He does have that old school feel to his entire style.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a great champion.
Yep. His look, his body, his everything that he does is done perfectly. So, anything else wrestling wise?
No, I think that about covers it already.
What about New Japan USA?
Oh yeah, I guess we should mention that. Yeah, what are they calling it exactly?
NJPW America, New Japan America.
Okay.
And basically, they're opening a satellite office in America. They're opening a second promotion of New Japan, which is going to run opposite the tours that they run in Japan. So they're going to do their 14 to 21 day tours in Japan. And then they usually would do that tour. And then they would take 2 weeks off until the next tour. Well, they're just going to fly everybody over to the States.
Ooh, that's gonna...
Like
That's getting closer to the WWE grinder.
It is, but I think it's only going to be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of things.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to run 5-6 days a week.
Okay.
I think they're just going to do like weekend shots.
Sure.
In between. Now, the New Japan has been sucking up talent and making talent like it's going out of style. So they have the roster that they've been wanting to build between the Japanese and the Gaijin stuff. So they've got the people that they can fill.
Yeah, they're really touting the LA dojo there. So, and we've seen some of the young lions coming up out of that dojo.
Yep.
So, and who is it? Kobashi? No. Who
that is.
Who was the one who turned on Kenta or Kenta turned on him? Who was that?
Why? Oh, I should know. Shibata.
Yeah, it's his dojo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's running the LA dojo.
He's the head trainer for the LA dojo. Now, which this new American version of New Japan works perfectly for Lance Archer now being the Americans champion.
Yeah.
So
he gets to come back onto American soil with a championship belt around his waist.
Yeah, and he's going to be a hugely dominant champion.
He should be.
Yeah. So that is a guy. I think once they get rolling, New Japan America gets rolling, and eyes start getting put on to Lance Archer, you're going to see Vince try and poach him because he is everything that Vince is looking for in a wrestler.
Has he ever been in the Fed before? No.
Not
I know he was in
aware
Impact.
Yeah.
I remember him in Impact years ago.
Yeah.
So.
That is the prototypical guy that
he's got to be considered one of the top monsters.
Oh yeah.
In the business right now.
Yeah.
So
I said the business has gone opposite. It's gone to smaller, lighter guys. So you put somebody like Lance Archer in there, and you're just like, you put Lance Archer in a ring with either of the Young Bucks, and it's going to look like a 12-year-old boy standing beside somebody's dad.
Yep.
Because he's a giant man.
Yep.
And the Bucks and a lot of these new guys aren't that big.
Oh.
So you
AEW doesn't have anybody that's really big besides Hager now.
Hager's
probably the biggest guy. Oh, Luchasaurus. Forgot about Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus and Hager.
Those are probably the two biggest guys on the roster.
Yeah. I can't. No, it is a light heavyweight promotion. Yeah. Really, like realistically. Mm-hmm. Especially with fucking Marco Stunt. I watched that match and I was just like, I don't know how to take this.
I'm not entirely sold on him yet.
No,
it's nice to root for the little guy and all, but he's too little in there. It's not like another Rey Mysterio situation. He's not there. So
all the major, air quote, major news guys are saying, "Oh yeah, this is exactly like when Rey Mysterio came in."
No,
I'm just like,
no.
All right,
he's talented because he's so light he can throw himself around in every direction. But
when a dude stands beside Jungle Boy and Jungle Boy looks like Luchasaurus,
yeah, that does look like the progression of man, doesn't it?
It does. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. And you just look at it and it's like, that is a small, tiny man.
Yep.
But it's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling. Everybody's got a spot. If you want to do it, he said, who am I to discount anything he does? He's in a better spot than I am. Yeah. And I as much as I look at it and go like, not my thing, it's somebody's thing.
Yeah.
So I can't besmirch what Marco Stunt does.
Right.
Because
it's just not your cup of tea.
It's just not my cup of tea. I'm more of a Ishii kind of Tenryu Suzuki kind of guy, but teach their own.
I much like my music tastes, I'm very eclectic with my wrestling tastes. I like a little bit of this. I like a little bit of that.
Yep. I like a little more whiskey.
I'll watch Ishii all day long, but then I like Kenny, and then, Kenny's got his own style going on. And but sometimes I want to watch some high flying. So, that's when I want to watch Will Ospreay. Because you don't get much better than Will Ospreay.
No, you don't. And I think the WWE kind of dropped the ball when they got Ricochet instead of Ospreay. Because Ospreay is more charismatic, more. He has a better he's a better rapport when he's talking to people. Like Ricochet, there's probably no better athlete than Ricochet when it comes to high flying wrestling, other than Will Ospreay, and I think Ospreay has just a little bit more than what Ricochet has. And because Ospreay has gotten hurt a few times, he's switched up his style quite a bit now.
Yeah, he's gotten a little bit more. Last I saw, anyways, because I'm a little bit out of touch there, but he was definitely getting a little bit more of for lack of a better term, strong style. He was getting a little bit more violent, if you will.
Violent. He's
that
doing a more mat blade. Wrestling. He's not as flippy for flippy's sake. He's. I think he's trying to take a page out of Zack Sabre Jr.'s book and adding some.
That's a tough book to take a page from.
That's a very tough book to pull from.
Zack Sabre Jr. The body isn't meant to bend those ways.
No.
And he finds ways to do it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And like I said, watching Sabre and Lance Archer from the G1, and I was like, this is a mismatch. It's not going to go anywhere. Then they told that story, and I went, oh.
Yes. Yeah, that was definitely one of the best matches in the tournament. You
guys are smarter at wrestling than I am. Because I looked at it, I'm going, nope, there's no way. Then I went, oh, they found a way. And it paid off.
Yeah.
So it was good stuff. I liked it.
I love that match. Yeah. Although that wasn't my top pick for the tournament, but it was up on the list. Yeah, definitely.
It was so good.
Yep.
So, did you go see Joker yet?
Nope.
I did.
And?
This movie. It is. Hold on a sec.
Got to fill the tank. Top it up.
Joaquin Phoenix, if he doesn't win the Oscar, he should be nominated for his role that he played. Did you ever see The Machinist with Christian Bale?
No, I never did watch it. I've always heard tales about his weight loss for it and whatnot, and that it's a stellar performance, but I've never watched it.
Joaquin got dangerously more skinny than Bale did in The Machinist. Like looking at
the trailers and all, you could see that.
Some of the scenes where they're showing Joaquin's body, it's just like, holy cow, dude, you almost died. And this movie is okay. First of all, rated R movie, right? Mm-hmm. Don't bring your fucking kids to a fucking Joker.
Hell no.
Movie. Somebody did.
Oh, because it's a comic book movie.
Yeah, that's Joker. Joker's in Batman, so it must be just like Batman. And I watched this woman and her kid walk in, and I'm just like, I'm a better parent. You are raising a psycho. But
that's like people who brought their kids to see Deadpool, not the PG-13 version.
People, come on.
There are people out there that won't let their kids, 6-year-olds watching horror movies and shit. Yeah, that's how you get serial killers.
Yeah. The Joker, just such a fantastic movie. It was hard to watch in spots because it felt so real.
Oh, I'm sold. If they can bring some true realism to the feel of a movie, that goes miles in my book. Like
this, like I said, there was a couple scenes where, like, Joaquin is kind of in shadow, and he kind of turns his head, and it's almost like breaking the fourth wall, but there's a glow in his eyes, and you're just like, whoa, that's crazy. There's scenes in here of incredible graphic violence.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, this is making sense because like Joaquin's character, Alfred Plek. It's his last name. Was already damaged. And then through this, that, and the other thing, they throw him out on the street. And you take this damaged human being and just keep pounding away on him. Different things, everything. All of a sudden, he can't get his medication. He loses the job that he loved. It's not a slow spiral. It's a fucking nosedive to the basement.
Really?
Yeah. And when it gets to the end, it's just like, yeah, okay. I 100% believe why he's doing what he's doing when he's doing it.
I need to
I highly suggest you see
I want to. I just, timing and whatnot hasn't worked out for me. Timing and money.
Yeah, there is always that. But find the time and give, like, it is well worth the time.
I'll be seeing a lot of movies this weekend, but not Joker.
Oh yeah, you are kind of busy this weekend, aren't you?
Saturday, yeah. That's gonna be a long ass day. Mm-hmm. I already told him I'll probably be skipping out for a few hours because.
Oh yeah. Well, that starts at what?
It starts at noon.
Okay.
We'll be there at like 11. So what we're talking about is the Chatham-Kent International Film Festival, folks. Yes. I know I haven't talked about it on here at all.
I have.
But this Saturday is the Chatham-Kent International Film Festival. Starts at noon with the first block and goes until, I believe, the final film is Last Call at 11.
Ooh.
At night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And come hell or high water, I want to watch Last Call again on the big screen. Really? I've seen it. I loved it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, there's more to it than just the festival itself, right? I thought it was like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No, Saturday is the all the blocks, the actual screenings. Sunday they're doing the award ceremony.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and I can't be there for that because I have the beginning of show week rehearsals. So our first step on the stage in the theater,
getting in there and
prep. Yep.
All of a sudden it gets a little more real.
Now it gets real. Yeah. So I can't be at the award ceremony, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I already know who's winning. So. And surprised a little bit, but not really.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, okay. There was a Head and Shoulders.
There was one choice for one of the awards that wasn't my pick.
Yeah,
because I kind of went a slightly different direction with it, but I can see the point, and it's definitely worthy. Absolutely, for our top choices, there was no wrong answer, to be honest.
Oh, awesome!
So.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's some excellent flicks in this festival. So, a lot of some really cool foreign stuff, which I don't tend to watch a lot of foreign films. Yeah, but there are some really, really good ones.
Cool
that we've gotten and we'll be showing. So.
I hope to be able to pop over, catch a block or two on Saturday.
If you can at all, I cannot recommend enough Last Call. I know it's a late showing and all.
That's not going to happen. I've got other plans for Saturday, and like I said, I'm where I've got like 3 or 4 different things. I'm trying to schedule on my Saturday, and that The film festival is one of them. There's a couple other things, but there's kind of a hard line for me to be at this other place at this certain time. So, and I get that you're bully over this one, and I know it's not unwarranted. So I will see it.
If you still have Gavin Michael Booth on Facebook, then you've seen the attention this film is getting internationally.
Oh, good for him. Gavin knocks it out of the park every time he says roll.
And he unfortunately can't be here this weekend because he's filming a new project in Montreal right now. So, yeah, he's kind of tied up with that.
Wow. It's good for him to keep busy.
He keeps working.
Good for him. Yep. Awesome. So,
sorry, didn't mean to segue like that.
Okay. So, I know what it's going to do. Would you rather?
Here we go.
Yeah. Let me pull up the.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to mention to you, and I can't remember what it was. So
push.
It might come to me eventually. I don't know. I can't remember.
What'd you do on the weekend?
I had to make a round trip to Waterloo to take Xander back.
Okay.
And then find the energy to go to a Halloween party Saturday night, which was all right. I wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't planned by any means, but I had to be in the DD again, so I kept myself sober, which I have no problem with mostly until things start getting obnoxious. Then I have a problem. But we didn't get to that level. Everything was fine. It was good. It was a fun night.
Would you rather have unlimited wealth or unlimited knowledge?
Ooh. I'll be honest. I'll go with the money.
Give
me the money.
Yeah.
Give me the money. Show me the money. I have Google. I have unlimited knowledge.
That's true, too. Yeah, you can buy a kick-ass computer with unlimited
Hells yes.
All right. So that's an easy
Get me
one.
a Gibson supercomputer. That can Google the shit out of it.
Would you rather never be able to wash your face or never brush your teeth?
Probably wash my face.
Never wash your face? Because if you brush your teeth vigorously enough, you might get...
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, okay. Would you rather have pubes for teeth or teeth for pubes?
This is the kind of would you rather I don't like because
there's no right answer.
No, there is no right answer, and I can't really even picture to kind of what's the pros and cons. I can't. It's as unattractive as it may be. I'm gonna say the teeth for pubes because I can't chew with pubes in my mouth. I can't chew. You can't chew food with pubes.
No.
So that just on that argument alone, I have to go with the teeth for pubes. Yeah. That's the kind of question I don't like because it's just
okay. Yeah. This one, I think this one would be. This makes up for it. Okay. Would you rather not have to eat or not have to sleep?
Ooh, but I like eating. As you can see.
What?
I'd rather not have to sleep. You
not
said.
Have to sleep.
I would go with not have to sleep.
Not have to sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go with not have to sleep. Because again, I like eating. There's just so much deliciousness out there.
Well, I've seen this stuff that Crystal puts on.
Oh, dude, she made these gingerbread cookies last night that were the bomb.
I can't help but notice none of them came the fuck over here.
That's because she took them all to work.
Damn it.
I took like a dozen to work with me today, and they were gone in a hurry.
All right. Okay. Would you rather wear a 10-pound hat or shoes that weighed 10 pounds each?
Shoes.
Shoes? Yeah,
Yes.
I was shoes too.
Build up the leg strength.
Yep. So that it doesn't squish your neck down.
Exactly.
Yep.
I did that for a while when I was trying to get healthier and whatnot. Yep. We had these like a weight belt thing that you can strap to your ankles.
Ankle weights?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I would spend like a few hours every day with them on.
Okay.
Noticed a big difference. I don't know what happened to those damn things.
Probably got thrown in a creek someplace.
They better not have.
Yeah. All right. This is. This one might it kind of short circuits me and you.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather never be able to speak again or have to shout "fuck" at the end of everything you say?
I already shout "fuck"
I know
about all the time.
Like so I'm kind of in the same boat because that was me today. I was using "fuck" as fucking punctuation today.
Yep.
Man, it was just every last nerve was fucking got on today. And it said, my supervisor, I almost said it to her face. I almost said, I know how to save the company $65,000 a year, you know. And yeah, it was one of them days. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I texted my one buddy. I go, I have a new definition of useless. And he goes, oh yeah, what's that? I go, my supervisor telling me to tag a load that I'm already tagging.
Oh fuck.
Like, Scamahorn is gonna ride my ass because he's just let it go. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just listen, don't give a fuck. Like the subtle art of not giving a fuck. I'm giving a fuck right now because it was just one of those days where the mosquito got in your ear and just fucking buzzed away. No matter what you did, it wouldn't stop and you couldn't get it out. And it was just one of those days. But hey, I got through it without killing anybody.
You got through it. You're here now. We're having a good drink. We're having a good chat.
Uh-huh.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Fuck the fucking fuckers.
Amen.
But it was just...
Dude, I work right now. I work in a small room with 4 women. And one of them in particular, they all swear.
Yeah.
And they all, they all have moments of where their filter drops.
Yeah.
Okay, they shut the door often, and now they're calling it podcast time because they pulled this out of their asses. Okay.
Yeah.
But my ears perk up when they mention podcast, right? But the one girl in particular, I swear a lot. She's almost an artist at it.
Nice.
It's her. She's the one who wants to do the podcast. That's what they talk and they talk about the most filthiest shit. And I will chime in here and there, but I'm under strict orders that from my boss at home. That I can't delve too deep into any of those types of conversations. I have to be very careful about that. And I've made this clear to those girls because I'm going to be stuck working with them for a while now.
Yeah.
But they got onto a topic the other day, and I'm like, look, okay, I'm going to be clear. You cannot offend me with anything that you say, short of when the one girl, Rachel, wanted to throw away perfectly good tarts a couple weeks ago. I was truly offended. Oh. Okay, when you're talking about wasting perfectly good baked goods, then I get offended.
We have an issue.
And I made that clear. I said, so you will not offend me. If I don't chime in, just know it's because I can't, because I will get myself in trouble, because you know damn well, you guys might not have a problem with what I say, but somebody else is probably going to hear it out in the hallway, and then I'm going to get fired. So I have to control myself. And they all completely understand.
Yeah. So there's a fine line that I work with. There's one of the women that I work with. She was hired into the plant before me. She was the first female hired on the floor.
Norma Ray.
And we're just like, she's awesome.
Okay.
She's
been through the ringer.
She's been through the ringer. And I said, Like her dad got her in. Everybody's dad got everybody's kid in. That's how that place ran forever.
Nepotism.
What? I'm the 4th generation in that plant.
Damn, you should own the place by now.
Oh, fuck. I would burn it down.
Burn it to the ground, collect the insurance money?
Oh, yes. That's like, it got struck by lightning. I don't know what happened. But there's been a couple times where I've been talking to her, and me and her have a really good relationship. And every once in a while, I will cross a line with something that I say. And all it takes is me, like, she'll go quiet, and I'll look at her, and I'm like, fuck.
Is it like you hear a record scratch?
Yeah. I was like, fuck. Sorry. She goes, okay. And it's back to.
Okay. Hey, as long as she's good with, as long as you apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, we have that kind of a relationship where it's like,
you'll dance on that edge. Sometimes you might step over.
Every once in a while, it's just like, oop, like I'll get off on a rant or something, and I'll say something like inevitably. I said when we get talking, and something's going on. I go, you never should have allowed fucking women in this place. And she looks at me, and she goes, yeah. It's that kind of stuff. But we'll like I said, we'll just get together and we'll just start bitching about everybody else that's working in the warehouse, and inevitably I'll say something which I normally do, which is just like one big giant step over the line is like 2 steps back. Sorry, that's kind of thing. But it's just.
You're showing your true Canadian, though, because at least you're saying sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just like one of the things. Like, I cannot talk with the majority of the other women that work there the way I talk with her. Because I look at them as rabid dogs. You just don't know what they're going to do.
Yep. You don't know what's going to set them off.
You don't know what's going to happen. Yep. So, I said, me and her, we kind of got a good idea what's going to come out of each other's mouths. The other women, I just don't know. And I'm not going to take that chance. So, and there's been enough shit flying through that place about sensitivity training and this, that.
Especially in a factory like that, which was in the past predominantly male.
Predominantly all.
Right.
So, when I first got hired in, there was 2 women working in there, and they were in the office. One of them was the plant manager's secretary, and there was another woman that worked in payroll. Everybody else was a man. And all of a sudden, this culture shift. You wanted to see some old dudes not knowing how to cope with a female in that place? Woo-hoo-ha-ha. There was some great stuff of guys just like, I don't know what to do with my hands kind of thing. And they're just like walking around like, and Ingrid is one of those people that she knows most of the time they're harmless. And then there's some guys that just don't know the boundaries. And there's been a couple times where like there's been a group and somebody said something and everybody else is going like, whoa, dude, that's a little too fucking much right there. So it's one of those, I don't know. I don't know if I could ever work in an office, even like with men and women, because I've spent the last 26 years in a factory. And like I said, I use cuss words as punctuation. Most polite society does not appreciate that.
When I was still on the floor at work, or I was still on the phones, there's, people all around me having regular conversations and they're cussing up a storm. Yeah. And they've put out multiple communications about watching your language, because I don't know how sensitive those microphones are. I've never actually heard from the other side very often, so I don't know if you can hear that. But if the guy who's sitting 3 feet away from me to my right is cussing up a storm or talking about how he banged his girlfriend last night and whatnot, while I'm talking to Granny Smith, trying to fix her internet.
She makes good apples.
It just, every time somebody who's in my earshot, like close to me, and they swear loudly or something, I'm like, try it, but now I'm in that room.
Now all bets are off.
All bets are off, but I have to control myself.
You walk in there,
and believe me, they have said some stuff, and it doesn't offend me. It makes me chuckle. I have tasted blood in my mouth because I'm biting my tongue so hard.
Do you get to walk in there every morning and go, hey, what's up, bitches?
I haven't yet. I will probably be starting to pull that out eventually.
There you go.
I'm just not there yet.
Yeah, you get ready to get your ass handed to you if you.
They already say it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
A couple of them say that sort of stuff.
That's fine.
You got
equality.
Tanya, who's like the senior person in the room, and that's only because she was hired. She was in that that position in May of this year.
One more of these in me.
She's calling one of the other girls a basic bitch all the time, and picks on another girl because she gets white girl wasted and shit like that. It's just, it makes me smile and chuckle all the time. I can't get involved very much.
I want to join in. But somebody's going to write me up.
I have made it clear to them, though, when they start talking about weird sex stuff and whatnot, and I can answer a lot of their questions. I'm like, look, yes, I watch a lot of porn. I'm not a pervert. I'm a connoisseur. Well, that shut them up. Like now they understand. They know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, that is establishing boundaries, yes. Right?
Yep.
So he said, if and a point of contact, because if we're like, what is this, Jason? And
we had to explain to the one girl, and she's in her like mid-20s, and she has a kid. Okay, so she's sexually active,
functionally knows what goes where.
But she didn't know what the taint was.
Oh.
Yeah. How? That's like basic biology. We had to clearly explain to her what the taint was.
Was there whiteboards involved in
No, we almost had to go there. Almost had to go there. I think
that would get somebody fired if a supervisor walked in the door and there's a giant diagram.
I believe one of the other girls was kind of visually demonstrating a little bit. I wasn't watching. I'm in my corner doing my thing.
I chimed in
a little bit, and I'm pretty sure one of them was like bent over, like, see here and here, and like that sort of thing.
Jason, is this right? Yes, it's
I
right.
know. Hey, I'll take your word for it. And I see when the conversation goes in certain directions, that's where it's nice. The positioning of the room, I'm in a corner over here. This is my corner. I have this desk here and this desk here with my testing computers. And okay, I'm doing my thing. I can just focus in this corner. Now, that's all going to change in a couple months.
Oh, you're getting that new room?
We're getting that new room. They're building it as we speak. They've already got all the framing up. Like it's coming together.
So is it a much bigger room?
It's a much bigger room. The entire shipping department, returns and all, is going to be in one large room.
Ah, cool.
So that's going to change things somewhat, I think. But where they plan on putting me in the new position that I'm taking, the actual returns coordinator position, I'm not in a corner anymore.
You have a title?
Returns coordinator. I'll be one of three.
Wow.
Yes.
One of three.
Yes, there's two there now, and I'm the third. They just don't have a spot for me to do that now with the current setup in their current room. But I'm still testing because John's still away. Yeah. So, but basically, I think because I'm on vacation next week for show week, because I cannot work a full day shift and then go and try and find the energy to go do the show. Adrenaline will carry you so far.
Coke will take you the rest of the way.
I save that for show nights.
Okay.
My heart can't take it anymore than that. But I don't really need it for this show anyways. Yes, I've hoovered some schneef for past shows. There's especially Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. That was one of the first shows that had a big dance number that I had to struggle with. Yeah, there was
time to get up.
Me and this one of my castmates, Drew, we would do a quick bump before the big number. And we're gonna go.
Could you incriminate yourself a little more?
Drew, back me up. It was good stuff.
Okay. Hey, Who am I to argue? Yeah. No, I brought that up because I said I've been watching some Letterkenny clips. I haven't seen the new episode or the new series season yet, but
Yeah, season 7 just dropped last week.
yeah, I was looking at some of the old stuff, and there was what was it? A compilation of the best of Squirrely Dan and Katie. Oh God! And I'm just like, give me more of this, please.
One video that they did a series. I think it was after season 2. They did some behind the scenes stuff where they did it in multiple parts. So they would corner the cast members and ask them different questions and get this ask them all the same questions, right? So that's like, okay, who really is the best hockey player? Stuff like that. Who's the best at doing accents? You know who is surprisingly the most talented at doing accents?
Derry?
McMurray.
Really?
McMurray can pull off a lot of different accents, believably.
Oh, I wouldn't.
It blew me away. McMurray of all people.
Huh. Okay. Yeah.
And he's the guy who spends most of the show talking in almost a mumble tone.
He's like the I'm thinking King of the Hill. Boomhauer.
Almost, yeah. Yep. He's one step up from Boomhauer.
Yeah, you can actually understand McMurray.
Yes.
Boomhauer is just indecipherable. That's when you turn on the...
I do a Boomhauer impression for Xander, and it drives him nuts. He hates it. So when I really want to get under his skin, I just pull up my Boomhauer.
Oh, pull up the Boomhauer with a steak? Sorry, Xander. You fucking bringing it on yourself. Fucking vegan. Fuck you.
He's not full vegan
yet.
He's temporary vegan. He's part-time vegan.
Oh, well, I see.
He's part-time vegan.
He's trying to get some college.
We had prime rib roast a couple nights before.
Again, my fucking phone didn't ring when...
Yeah, somebody put a comment out. Can you please stop posting meat porn?
I looked at that and went, oh, that looks so good.
It was, and Xander did
Shut
eat some.
up.
They were on sale at Superstore. Hey, it's a rare treat for us.
Yeah, I can
to get real meat like that.
What do you get? The Soylent Green?
Simulated meat-like substitute. Basically what McDonald's burgers are made of.
Styrofoam. I know this is...
Oh, the urban myth that makes me... whenever I make jokes about McDonald's burgers, it takes me back to when I was a kid. The urban myth that, my cousin's friend's brother works at McDonald's, and his job is to go out and pick the worms for them to put in the burgers. I'll never forget that.
There was, speaking of urban myths, Stephanie Barty on the World of Myth Bits podcast just finished up like a 3-part series of talking about urban myths for like the Halloween season. And some of the very interesting.
I gotta get caught up on that.
Yeah.
I've been starting to listen, so I gotta get caught up on that now that I have the ability to.
Yes. I will tell you one thing. This Friday, there's a very interesting episode of the World of Myth Bits.
I know you poked in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
and that's why it's interesting.
Yep. Yeah, that's episode 52. So
1 year.
1 year anniversary of the World of Myth Bits. I launched that one. Then, how many episodes? I think it did a dozen or so. And then everything changed. And I said, turned it over to Steph, and she's fucking taking the ball and ran with it. And she's doing a great job. The very first episode of the World of Myth Bits that I did with her was her very first podcast.
Wow.
She had no idea what it was. And I'm going, all right, this is what we're going to do. She goes, I don't know what to do. I'm going,
just talk.
Just talk. You can talk. I know you can talk. So, but now she's taught herself how to actually record conversations over Skype and everything, and she'll do interviews. So she's catching on.
I need to start learning more of that type of stuff for myself.
For your vlog.
For the vlog that I want to resurrect at some point.
Not at some point. Next week.
I wouldn't go that far. I have a show next week. I've got plans, and it's just a matter of getting the ambition and the drive to get my ass in gear on it.
Get your ass in gear.
It's just easier said than done. No. I'm full of excuses. I know. Yeah. I know. It's still that other issue that I've been experiencing that is still creeping up.
Okay.
So
we're
not going down that road again.
We'll go down that road with puppets.
That's what's part of what I want to do.
Did the bad man touch you here? Or here?
Not yet.
Here.
Not yet.
That's why you're depressed. You weren't touched there.
I haven't been touched there in a while.
Oh, well, get a puppet.
I'm not getting weird with a puppet. I have standards.
Whatever. I know you.
I have standards.
Low as they are.
They're still standards.
That's true. I can't argue that point.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So what do you think of this?
I still haven't developed enough of the whiskey experience.
This is.
I will say I'm liking it because I'm not getting a strong aftertaste. One or two of the ones we've tried over the years with Whiskey Wednesday, there's been more of an aftertaste. I'm not getting that.
Yeah, that's nice. Seagram's 83 Canadian whiskey since 1883. This stuff was sitting in my dad's liquor cabinet forever because there was like a layer of dust on it. And they said when he came home from the hospital from the first time, he goes, "Take it." I'm going, "What?" He goes, "Take all that out." I went, "Okay."
You mean I don't have to sneak it like I used to?
You do realize that's mostly iced tea, right?
Why would I want mostly water? What?
I said, no, there's no vodka. This, I know this is actual vodka. Finlandia, vodka of Finland.
Okay.
I bought that, so I know it's, and it's still sealed, so I know one of the kids hasn't gotten into it.
God damn it, it's bugging me.
What?
Oh, I can't remember what it was. I was either watching or listening to, and somebody talked about having a really old bottle of whiskey, like 40 or 50 year aged or something. Like it was like a really old bottle, and they were going to be cracking it open for some special occasion coming up. Like,
was somebody
no, it might have been
crowned king or something?
That's what I can't remember. I cannot for the life of me remember. I just remember hearing, "Ooh, that sounds interesting."
Yeah.
I definitely don't have the taste buds to get into that kind of stuff. Like, what is Johnny Walker?
It is a brand of whiskey.
It is. See, I've had.
Well, didn't Sherry have Johnny Walker Blue?
Yes,
that's an expensive one.
And I didn't care for it. The taste of it did not work for me.
Yeah. No, it's an acquired taste, and some of those people are they're like the wine sommeliers and people that can they'll sip their coffee and goes, "Oh, this has got too much acid." Blah blah blah. Shut up! It's fucking coffee. It's fucking whiskey. That's why we drink Jack Daniels by the fucking bucket full, because we know exactly what we're going to get each time we open up that bottle of Jack Daniels. Mm-hmm. This is not bad.
No, I'm liking this.
I've had some stuff where I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going blind. It's so bad.
Do you remember Colin that I used to work with at Home Depot, the Scotsman? He helped us with damaged goods.
Yes, I met him.
Okay. He, as I recall, had a bottle of Glenfiddich that he cracked when his first child was born.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
he's now got two.
Wow. Well, John.
Yep.
John said he had told me he bought a bottle of whiskey, like an old something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was just like, he goes, "I bought this." I'm like, "Look at you go!" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm saving it until he retires from the army and he comes back home." He goes, yeah. When that happens,
Is that his plan? When he's out, he's going to come back here?
I believe so.
That's cool.
Yep. So
I think he'd be a welcome addition to Whiskey Wednesday.
fuck yes. There's not even a fucking thought involved with that. So
Tobin, you're out.
no. Dude, with some of the movies that I've brought, I haven't been ejected. I've lost privileges.
No, but Tobin hasn't watched much.
That's true. But
Nah, we can make room for one.
We can make room for more. Yeah.
Yep.
There's plenty of room in the gazebo. So, but he was telling me, he goes, oh yeah, when I come back, we're gonna crack this open and drink it. I went, I'm in. You don't even have to ask twice. So
Whiskey what?
What? But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing John again. It's been way too long since he's
The last time I saw him was that St. Patty's Day adventure
fiasco.
we had.
Adventure fiasco. Oh God,
That was a good night.
that was a damn good night. I keep thinking back to that one. It's like, that was so much fun.
Those
girls were awesome.
Yeah, but then once Gamey realized how old she was and that she knew one of his daughters.
Whoa, hot potato.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
All I remember was my interaction with the one girl. I'm trying to come up with songs for you to sing in karaoke. So she turns over to me. She goes, "What do you do?" I went, "You don't want to talk to me. Talk to me." Oh, the look on her face was like, "What the fuck just happened?" But that was a great night.
Yeah, but that's the last time I saw John. So
that was 5 years ago.
I was never. John and I knew each other because we did our gaming with Tom Leatherdale.
Yeah.
I think Taz. Yeah, Taz was there for it because we initially met Taz. Taz joined us because he was looking for a gaming group.
Okay.
And he got John's information from Chris at GME. So he was invited out to John's place.
Yep.
And he walked in and Tom said like, in a flamboyantly gay, you could sit here, sailor, or whatever. And I said, okay, I'm home. It's weird how that came together. But that's how I knew John. We didn't hang out besides that too much.
Yeah.
So other than, we started to do the whole couples thing with him and Crystal and him
Abby.
and me and Crystal, him and Abby, Tom and Kim. We would do triple dates kind of thing.
Cool.
That sort of thing. And John raped me in
Dairy Queen,
and but he's a good guy, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being around him and listening to his stories when he did come home after basic.
Oh,
we tried to do a gaming night when he first came home from basic.
How'd that go?
No, it didn't. We literally made up our characters while we're chit chatting.
Yep.
And we were in a room. That's as far as we got.
Not bad.
I think we might have got out of the room, and that's it.
Did he tell you the story of me and Jeff sending him off to basic?
I think I've heard the story, but not from him. I'm pretty sure you guys talked about it. Yeah, but he just listened to his stories about basic, and there was some guy named Slocum.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yep. Yeah, I do look forward to seeing him again.
If and when he comes back, said we're gonna have to get him on here. We'll have to.
Absolutely.
Get him.
Absolutely.
Chat with him or whatever. We'll figure something out. I'm still trying to figure out how I can fucking talk Scamahorn. I think Nate would be in.
I think Nate's in for anything because he doesn't have much on the go.
Yeah, I would. I think Tobin would be in too to come and talk.
I think what you need, particularly for Scamahorn, is like he said, he wants information. You want structure. So we'd have to organize a special episode type of thing.
Oh, a big would you rather session.
Oh God. Oh Lord. You gotta have your ducks in a row for Scammy on a would you rather. For sure.
Yeah.
Make sure you have details. Because
the kangaroo question will be brought up.
Oh, that's never going to die.
No, it's not, because it needs to be talked about on this show.
Yes.
And that that will be
someday. You folks will hear the story of the kangaroo
invasion of Ohio.
Yes, that is
your teaser.
Someday we'll make it happen.
So if you want, go message the Whiskey Jack Company on Facebook and tell them, demand that Jeff comes on this show, Dispatches from Shed Quarters, and discusses the kangaroo invasion of Ohio.
Yes.
Go to the Whiskey Jack Company.
Yes. The Whiskey Jack Company.
The Whiskey Jack Company on Facebook. You're going to buy some of his stuff because it's fucking awesome stuff.
Oh, great stuff.
But leave the message that the only condition, the condition that of you buying the thing is he has to come on the show and talk about the kangaroo invasion. He's going to fucking kill both of us.
Quite possibly.
For doing this. Yep. But it's worth it.
Yes.
It's totally worth it.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's worth the sacrifice.
Yeah. It's like 90 minutes.
What, really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Plug your shit.
Little Shop of Horrors next week, October 31st, November 1st and 2nd, at the UCC Theater here in Chatham. That's also known as The Pines. Tickets are available at studioblack.ca.
Hey,
confirm that. That's the where you can go.
Yep.
And
how much are tickets?
That I can't remember. I want to say 30, maybe 35.
Okay. So it's a cheap night out for you and the missus.
It's gonna be a fun show. So
don't bring your kids. Don't bring your kids to fucking Joker either.
Please bring your kids to Little Shop of Horror so we can scare the shit out of them and I can earn bonus points because that's our goal for the finale.
Have you got your wino skills down pat yet?
I've been working on my drunk walk.
Drunk walk into your shakes. You got the shakes down?
No, I don't have the shakes. Just a little bit of a drunk walk going on.
Okay.
That's all I get to do really. So for that, but that's coming up. It's coming together nicely. I have seen some of the early puppet work.
Oh yeah.
And it looks pretty damn good.
Cool.
So I think it's going to be a good show. We've got some really good cast that's really coming together nicely. If you've seen Little Shop of Horrors, you will not be disappointed with our rendition of it because I think we're hitting all the right notes.
Excellent. And I've got GWN Championship Wrestling Sports live. It's fucking November 2nd, Hamilton, Ontario, at the Steelworkers Union Hall complex, whatever. Me, Shooter Sean Brown, Bam Bam Giovanni taking on Red Menace and the bully, Pat Muldoon. We're just going to punch people in the face until somebody falls down.
That usually works.
Yeah. So the tickets are still available, but are very, very...
Yeah, I haven't seen any updates, but as of a week or so ago, they said advanced tickets were almost sold out.
So. Yeah, so it's basically... The GWN fans were awesome. They supported us, and us coming back after a 2-year layoff has sparked kind of a nostalgic feel for a lot of these people. And they're like, you guys are finally coming back. And we went, well, at least once.
Yeah.
So the tickets have been just flying out of the advance.
Wrestling, nostalgia,
yeah.
NWA Powerrr, GWN coming back. It's all in that same vein, man. And it works.
I am hoping that this is a successful enough show that the promoters go, I think we got something here. And I just want to keep doing it especially for GWN.
All you can do at this point is show up, do what you do, and do it to the best of your ability. Put on the show that you want to put on, and if the fans are there, they're gonna like it, no doubt.
Said Copeland put it to me like this. He goes, "This is your WrestleMania." I went, "Yeah, it is."
That's a great way to look at it.
So this is going.
What have you got to lose?
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So it's going to be as close to my best performance as I can give And I'm just itching to get back into action and getting into the ring and performing. And I hope people come out and support us and show us the love that they did. And I'm looking forward to seeing some old faces that I would remember from the old place that we did our show.
If you recognize them, it's been a few years.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. So, and the sad thing is, our old place at the UCC in Hamilton burnt to the ground.
Right.
And it's like,
so you're going into different digs.
Different digs. It's kind of a different vibe. It's GWN,
but it could be just once you get there, you may hopefully you get that feeling of like slipping on an old glove and it still fits perfectly. And
I know who's going to be in that locker room, and I am absolutely 100% fine with going in there and just like, even if I didn't have to wrestle, if I could just go in and hang out with those guys, I would be happy to do that. Like, that's the thing. Every one of those guys I would love to hang out with. Now if I get to wrestle with some of them, awesome. But
very cool.
I'm looking forward to it. I said tickets are getting close to being sold out. So if you're in Hamilton, go check it out. I think it's like 31 Barton Street South or something like that.
Yeah. I know it is Barton Street. 31, I think you're right.
31 Barton Street. So it's the Steelworkers Union Hall. So if you're in Hamilton, you know exactly where we're talking about.
Why do they have a Steelworkers Union in Hamilton?
I don't know. Maybe all the fucking steel mills that was in Hamilton.
What?
I know. Keep forgetting.
Yep.
Instead of putting this at the end of the show, I should probably put it at the start of the show. You can find this podcast on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, the Jays of Modcast Podcast Network, and pretty much every other app that you can get your podcasts from. You should be able to find this podcast. If you want to follow the hijinks of the dispatches from Shed Quarters on Twitter, we're at IML5292 on Twitter. So go join us and add us there. We'd love to have you for part of the conversation. And we're also on Facebook. There's a Dispatches from Shed Quarter group and page. Just throw that Dispatches from Shed Quarters in the search bar. Something's going to pop up. Add yourself to the group or the page and join in.
Yeah. Throw us some comments, questions, topics that you want us to discuss. You know, we like feedback.
Do you have a would you rather that you would like Jason and I to talk about?
Ooh, that could be scary.
No, I want to open up that door. So if somebody has something like that, do you have a would you rather? Send that to us.
Bring it.
We're not scared of you.
Nope. Bring it, jabroni.
Okay, Fabe.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't. Anyways, so, yeah, let's get out of here. That's almost AEW Dynamite time, baby.
It started 26 minutes ago.
Son of a bitch.
It starts at 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
All right. So, for another week from God damn it. For another week from Dispatches from Shed Quarters, this is Mike.
Jason.
We will talk with you next week.
Bye-bye.
God damn it. Shut this. Shut it off.